Yeah, Close the doors, walk across the corridor. We got something to show you. Media is our repertoire. Fed up with the same news, no channel to use. Cruise control mentalities, here we offer you. We gon' show you a new way. The content, it never strays from positive and uplifting. Once a week, the scope gifted. With the presence of your eyes, what a distraction. Beautiful to soul, especially in action. This year, not ration. Came in abundance. Films like in Sundance. Tech like the pop art. Tachi Queen, you are Curtis, a beast heart. You must carry, cause MCs they all vary and seldom do what they motivate. World full of hate, we serve a hope on a plate across different platforms. Let's hear a buffet, hydration like Boucher. Don't focus on a day, we always here for you. MediaScope when you emotionally broke. Settle in our knowledge and conversations, go make them yours. What we run is Olympic, now your hands on the torch. Take it easy like Sundays on the porch. MediaScope when you emotionally broke. Settle in our knowledge and conversations, go make them yours. What we run is Olympic, now your hands on the torch. Take it easy like Sundays on the porch. Now you award winner with no award tours. This culture meets the art. Podcast with the heart and essence of the growth. The power's in the people. Without you, we ain't equal. What we lack is ego. We're back now, so here we go. Run the show like Arsenio. Episodic, our rituals. Minds change through visual. Representation of our nation and its differences. Some explanation of our uniqueness and innocence. Mass media's intention is to desensitize. We raise the wise and knowledge.
Now you can hear me because my microphone is on. Welcome everyone to the live media tech and pop culture show in the metaverse, in the universe land. This is MediaScope, all things media tech and pop culture. And guess what? I am your host. My name is Tachi, media professor, filmmaker, media content producer, also a journalist. I'm all of that. And it's not just me. It's not just you guys. It's also a one MC Curtis. MC, what's up?
Hey, everybody. What's happening?
So we have a little bit of a delay, guys. So if you hear that it takes Curtis a little bit of time to answer, for some reason, there's a little bit of latency and a delay between us. So no worries. We're going to make it work anyway. You okay, MC?
I'm doing well. I'm doing well. Nice to see you. How you doing?
I'm okay. I'm okay. And it's weird because it's like you're doing well and then there's that bit of space. So anyway, technology can and will fail you. You just go ahead and work with it. So let me say hello to everybody who is here watching on Facebook Live. What's up, Facebook? If you're watching on YouTube or the tubing of the U, welcome. It's good to see you. If you're watching on Twitch, because we're twitching today. Oh, I saw that something's going on. If you are watching us on Twitch and you're twitching today, welcome to Twitch. And if you are listening to us, you have to be listening tomorrow on Gospel 107.1 FM in Nassau, Bahamas, in the Caribbean. Blessings. We wish you a multitude of blessings. And look who is here. Derek Tuggle D-Tug is here. Welcome, D-Tug. It is so good to see you. You know what I didn't do? I didn't give a hug to everybody to let you know I appreciate you being here. I do appreciate you being here. So anyway, welcome. What's going on in your world, MC?
Not a whole lot. Just been busy trying to, just redo some things,
Oh, yeah? Like what?
Yeah, I had a whole pair of shoes. My shoes. My boots.
Okay, get the boots shined up. You're back at it, are you? Oh, stop the press. We have the MediaScope food truck in the horizon. Do I see you? I see you. Serena Wills, the queen of food truckery and minister of libation, is here. Spinning in on one wheel. She is here. Welcome, Serena. It is so good to have you here. Fantastic, fantastic. All right. Well, we had a little bit of tech issue earlier, which is why it took us a little bit more time to come on, but whatever. And you could hear it's still prevailing a little bit because of the latency difference between MC Curtis and myself. Who cares? We're going to keep going because that's what we do. All right. Could I have the intro to the tech segment? No, the media segment, please. Awesome. And let me get photo one, sir, if I could. Or not. This is going to be a show today, but we're going to make it work. So, I just have to say, do you know who this is, MC?
I don't.
Bobby Caldwell. Do you know who Bobby Caldwell is?
No, I have never heard it. Is he a comedian?
No. I should know not to ask you these things by now because you don't know pop culture. But it's okay. I'm going to help you with it. Bobby Caldwell sang, he's a singer. What's the name of, let me give you the exact name of the song. What You Won't Do for Love. Remember?
Yeah, I think I've heard that song. Can you sing a bit of it?
Oh, here we go. You want me to sing?
Well,
I guess you're wondering where I've been.
oh
Remember that
yes,
song?
absolutely, great song.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
He passed away at the age of 71. He wasn't very
Hmm.
old at all.
Right.
Yeah. So unfortunately, Bobby Caldwell passed away. Those of you that know that song, and also Open Your Eyes. And this came the statement from his wife on his official verified Twitter. And she says this: Bobby passed away here at home. I held him tight in my arms as he left us. I am forever heartbroken. Thanks to all of you for your many prayers over the years. She said this in a statement. Oh, Bobby Caldwell's hit song, What You Won't Do for Love, hit the Billboard 100 charts after its release in 1978. And artists like Tupac, Common, and John Legend have all sampled his music. So even if you weren't around at the time he made this song or never heard the song, you have heard his samples in these music, in the music of these artists. Questlove actually collaborated with Common on The Light, which sampled Open Your Eyes, and he shared a tribute to the late artist on his Instagram saying this: Man, such a missed opportunity to meet a legend. Thank you for your voice and gift. And I'm saying the same thing to Bobby Caldwell. Thank you for your voice and gift. Rest well, and condolences to his wife and family. Great music. He had a beautiful voice.
Absolutely.
Mhm. Oh, does it seem like we're getting a little bit oh, and look, Derek is on Twitch. I just noticed that you're on Twitch. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. All right. So Serena has the keys to the Jeep or the food truck. It's she's got all sorts of wonderful libations in here. Make sure you grab it because MC Curtis looks thirsty today, folks. He looks thirsty in more ways than one, but he looks really thirsty from one of these wonderful libations. So if you don't get them, he will. Pamela Price Kelly is here. Hello, Pamela. How are you? Welcome. And the new media intro was fire. Thank you. Thank you. You know, new season, new intro. We probably will change it up every season. That means the show is never going away. So don't look for it to go away anytime soon. Derek is cutting up over on Twitch, but I'm glad that you're having a great time. Serena says it's so sad he passed away. Absolutely, absolutely. Look who's here. Wabiri, the queen of song and soul herself. Wabiri is here. Folks, if you're not following her, make sure you're following Wabiri. She is over on Twitch. She does live performances. And guess what? Again, I forgot to put in a little video thing. So maybe I'll get a chance to do it and then I could just play it. We'll see. Because I'll make that announcement today. Pamela, I know it's Chill P. I know it's you. Maybe other people don't know. Pamela is Chill P, guys. So just in case you don't know. And let's see. Serena said his voice is so smooth. Rest well. Absolutely. All right, folks. We've got more coming. Okay. So, by the way, if you're just joining us, welcome to the fold. MediaScope, all things media, tech, and pop culture, every Wednesday here at 6-ish p.m. When technology wants to act right, we come on at 6. But today was 6-ish. So, but we're here, and that's all that matters. We are on Facebook. Hello. We are on YouTube. Hello, or Bookface. That's the name of it. And we do have some Bookface news. We we are on Twitch today. Twitch, what's going on? I'm enjoying Twitch. I like Twitch. There's a cool crowd over there. We've got some Twitchers here. And if you are listening in the Caribbean, you're listening on none other than Gospel 107.1 FM in Nassau. Mm-hmm. Yes.
I could use a amen and a cocktail and some lemon pepper wings.
Do you think this is Wingstop, sir? do you see what's his name? You know who owns a couple of Wingstops? You know who I'm talking about?
Yeah, is it Rick Ross?
Rick Ross, yeah. Do you see Rick Ross anywhere around here?
Well,
I guess not.
Serena can put something together for us.
All right, put it together. Put it together. Randy is here. Look at Randy. Oh, great song. Thank you. How are you, Randy? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay, we've got the crew. The crew is here. So we're just going to keep going. So hopefully, guys, the stream is good for you. We had some tech issues today, and it is what it is. But you guys are here, and that's what makes it. That's all that matters. That's all that matters. And I was going to ask the same thing, Serena, but I'm glad you did. She says, wait a minute. How do you ask for prayer and a cocktail? You don't. But you see, I said nothing because I don't want to be struck down with MC. So I just continued on. I refuse to be struck down because of his heathen shenanigans. So let's keep going. All right. And Wabiri says, hey, to Derek, what's up? All right. We're going to, oh, wow. All of that is over there. Or do you have some subscriptions? Because I'm sure I don't have any cool thingy. Probably regular stuff. Okay. So forgive me for that. Did you see that, MC, the flash? I don't know what that is.
Yeah, I didn't see it.
You did not. Okay. I think there's a connection something. Okay, great. As long as you didn't see it. But maybe you were too busy waiting for your prayer and cocktail. Anyway, here we go. Let me have photo 2, please, if I could. All right, I talked about this on Instagram Live, and hopefully we're going to be able to include Instagram Live into the 6 o'clock hour, so I don't have to do it twice, even though I don't mind, but I think it would be great to do it all at one time, and then Instagram could see everything. In addition to Byron Allen, in addition to Tyler Perry, they both have the same syllables in their names. Did you notice that? Maybe you did. But in addition to Byron Allen, in addition to Tyler Perry, Puffy, Sean, Puff Daddy, Sean, P. Diddy, the Did, or whatever his name is now, Combs, is also looking to get into the ring. In fact, there are a lot of investors that are also looking to get into the ring and throw their hat into the ring for the majority stake in BET. As I talked about last week, Paramount Plus is looking to share or sell, not even share, but sell their majority stake in BET or BET Entertainment, BET Holdings, right? So they're looking to share their majority stake. A lot of people are trying to throw their hats into the ring. The latest being Puffy. Thoughts on that, MC?
Absolutely. What's he going to do with BET?
You wasted no time. You were like, absolutely. What? Okay. Well, he has a channel already. He has Revolt. So I'm wondering if he's looking at using, like, maybe combining in some way, using Revolt to push BT and vice versa. I'm wondering if he's looking at doing that. But he has a channel already that he needs to pay some attention to, which he has not been. I shouldn't say that. Revolt programming is not what it could be. Do you all agree? Do you all even watch Revolt? MC, do you watch Revolt?
I never even heard of it.
You know what? And something doesn't surprise me about that. Why, first of all, why every time I go live, there's some gnat that wants to get in the shot and wants to shoot their shot? You cannot be on MediaScope. I did not invite you, Nat. Nat King Cole. GNAT. Anyway, so while I'm waving off Nat King Cole, put in the chat if you've even heard of Revolt. Do you watch Revolt? Do you like the programming on Revolt? I don't even watch Revolt. So it is a channel on cable. Revolt is also streaming, and I have it on Sling, but I don't ever watch anything that's on Revolt, to be
So
honest. I
so
don't
it's
ever
like
watch anything.
BET. So it's like BET.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. Touche. Touche. Exactly. Because I don't really watch BET either. So you know what? Maybe it's a perfect pairing.
Absolutely.
Birds of a feather. Maybe it's a perfect pairing. Yeah, I don't know. I'm interested to know what you all think about this. So Pamela says this. I watched a couple of summits on Revolt, but nothing regularly. They have some. Hey Kim, how are you? She's watching us over on the Tubing of the U. Nat now, exactly. Nat now, Nat. Nat King Cole. We're not doing that today. So yeah, Derek says the shenanigans are plenty today. Oh my gosh, between the connection, the Nat King Cole, and asking for cocktails and Jesus, I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, but we're having a good time anyway. So MC, you've already given, we've already gotten the gist of what you think. But why do you think this way?
Well, I mean, you just mentioned that with Revolt, he's not doing anything even with that one. So I just
No,
again,
but
I
you
didn't
can't
even.
use that.
Okay, okay,
You
well,
can't
okay,
use that because you didn't even know Revolt existed.
okay, well,
So
okay,
why?
you're right. You're right. Well, I just don't see him as a um, I don't know. I don't see him in a formidable force with in that space to do anything that's going to really kind of I don't know to anything that's going to be anything worth that someone would even care about.
If it were a music channel, maybe I would say yes. If it were a music related channel, maybe I would say yes. Now, let's not sell Puff short. Maybe I can't even say with a straight face. Maybe he will get people on his team because here's the thing: when you don't know what to do, you get people around you that know what to do. Maybe that's something he would do. But based on Revolt, I don't know that you're going to do it. And here's the thing: maybe he thought with Revolt, well, I'm a music producer. I've been doing music for years. I know music. I started as a promoter. Um, I know music, so I can do a music channel. And what people have to understand, just because you know your craft, knowing your craft for media is different. So you may know music, but you don't know music television or you don't know music content. Music content is different than producing music, I would say. So maybe he's willing to get some people around him that know what to do with BET. It can't be any worse than it already is.
Yeah, maybe it'll be like Microsoft and was it Alt Space VR?
Oh my gosh. So for those of you who don't know, Allspace VR is a VR. Well, it's not just VR. It was a metaverse space that was owned by Microsoft. Microsoft acquired them a few years ago. They actually just sunsetted last week. So I don't even know. Altspace VR has been up for a while. I really just started using Altspace last year. Probably the beginning of last year was the first time I logged onto Altspace. And honestly, it was an amazing metaverse platform. I don't know why. Anyway, I'll keep quiet. So Derek says this: Revolt has not been a channel I've watched. I don't know how many people actually really do watch Revolt. So based off of that, what, like MC said, what would he do with BET? I don't know. I
Well,
don't
you know
know.
what?
But
You know
anyway,
what?
go ahead.
You know what it reminds me of? Someone playing Monopoly and just buying the property and just sitting on it.
You've come up with two zingers today. Yes. Yes, that could very well be, because people often buy things because they don't know what to do with it at first, but
Right.
maybe they're going to sit on it and do something with it later. The problem is with media, you can't just sit on it. You have to be producing, because this thing is live. So you can't say, oh, I'll just put it and sit on it. You actually have to produce good programming, or that's it for you. So there is no sitting on media, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, it
Just
makes a lot of
holding it in
sense.
your bag until you're ready. So anyway, Serena says this: I can't see the three of them coming together. Maybe two of them. I won't say who needs to be left out of the deal. Oh, I will. All right. So here are my thoughts on this. Not that anybody asked, but whatever. I talked about this on Instagram. I think that the three of them need, well, yeah, at least two of them need to come together. But I could see, if he's interested in it and he's going to bring funding for it, why not include Diddy, right? Three of you could create a powerhouse of a channel. The problem is we sometimes have too much ego. And somebody mentioned this on IG, that they have to be the only one to own it. This needs to be a cooperative. It needs to be like, a co-op type thing, not a co-op, but a cooperative, right? That's what needs to happen. There needs to be cooperation amongst the three parties, and even maybe more, right? And here's the thing: the more it's spread out amongst people, including investors, the less you get. So that could be something in the consideration of this as well. But who cares? All of you are multimillionaires anyway. So this, I'm not saying this has to be a passion project for you, but even if it doesn't make the astronomical amount of money you wanted to, which it may not possibly, you already are multimillionaires. So why does it matter? So, and I don't want to sound like don't go after the money or do it for free. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is that in the interest of having a diversity of different types of media owners, to me, this seems like this is what you do. Paramount is selling their stake. All right, then you go ahead and you buy this, and then you start to produce programming, put people out there that don't have the chance to be out there. But I suspect it's going to be the same old, same old. So I digress.
Yeah, I'm still with Serena on that one.
David Benjamin Eccles is here, one of my favorite bison, and he says, hey, MediaScope, cheers, we back. We's back indeed. Ken Haddad says maybe he knows someone else that wants it and can sell it and make a profit. That's true, but in the meantime, are we supposed to wait in the wings with terrible programming as you decide what you want to do and flip this like house flippers on HGTV? That's not even a show, but whatever. That's what I mean. And Derek says this: hopefully someone will put together better content than what's on BET. It can't be worse.
Right,
It
right.
cannot be worse. So let's see. And David says this: the power ego struggle is real. And Christian Ferguson, hey, says, oh, look at this. We've got a Bahamian here. Can we play the Amen song, MC? Yes. Fantastic. I think this is the first time that we've had somebody watch from Gospel 107.1 FM in Nassau, Bahamas, and the rest of the Caribbean. That would be Christian Ferguson. Christian, thank you so much and he listens every Thursday. That's awesome. We are international. What?
We
between the
are. We are.
Bahamas and Japan and all the different places. We appreciate you. We really, really do. Bahamas is the same time zone as this, but we appreciate you. So thank you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right, all right. Well, that's what's happening there. I think we can all agree that Diddy wouldn't. He could try. I would go for it if he was going in with other people who actually knew the business, this end of the business well, and were going to do it. I would say Tyler Perry and Byron Allen have a better handle on the media industries than he does.
Yeah, I would absolutely agree with you on that one.
But you know what? I'm not going. So go in with them. You don't need to be the only one owning it because I can already see. I'm sorry, no, I'm not going to put that out there because he could get it and then wow everybody. Let me not underestimate the power of Sean Puffy Combs.
Yeah, I think he would probably have a temper tantrum if something didn't go right.
A temper tantrum. When
Mhm.
have you known Diddy to have a temper tantrum?
In this scenario, I think he would.
Okay. You know what? Fine. I'll let you have that. I'll let you have that. Let's move on. Can we go to the next one? Could we go to photo 3, please? As Nat King Cole tries to get in my shot. Are you a fan of Batman MC?
Not so much.
Well, you've dashed my hopes. But anyway, I'm a huge fan of Batman. You have dashed my hopes. I feel really bad now, but that's okay. I recovered quickly because I used to, and I was saying this on IG. I rushed home after school to watch Batman the animated series in the 90s because it was, to me, just phenomenal. Well done. I appreciate it. If you appreciated Batman the animated series from the 90s, please put a 1 in the chat. That was one of my favorite things to watch. So let's do this. Let's talk a little bit more about that. Batman. Amazon has rescued Batman. Do you remember when I talked about MC, the fact that there was a J.J. Abrams animated series for Batman that was supposed to be on HBO and it's been shelved?
I do. I do.
Okay, well, Amazon came in and saved the day. So Amazon Studios has ordered 2 seasons of Batman Cape Crusader. So it's being billed as the reimagining of the Batman mythology via executive producers Bruce Timm, J.J. Abrams, Matt Reeves, Sam Register, and Ed Brubaker or Brubaker. I don't know how he says it. So it's produced by Warner Brothers Animation, Bad Robot Productions, and Sixth and Idaho. And as I said, it was initially supposed to be on HBO Max before Warner Brothers Discovery changed course. Remember, they were cutting a whole bunch of things. So they were, we can't do that now. And it makes me wonder, I do know that all of these companies are publicly traded. They're beholden to stockholders. But I still say, do you need to make as much money as you think you need to make in this? You can still make a pile of money and not make astronomical amounts like you're trying to. Does that make sense to you all? Because my thing is, you are cutting all these things because it's like, okay, we have to cut costs. But maybe if you paid yourselves a little less anyway. I digress. So far be it from me to say what you think you deserve, but I just like, do you really, and this is the question for the media industries in general, do you really have to make the astronomical amounts that you think you have to make? I
Maybe
no.
it's just.
MC, what do you say?
Well, I'm thinking maybe it's the expense of just doing business, because it's kind of like if you were a celebrity and you went to get your hair cut, and just because you're celebrity, 9 times out of 10, that person, your stylist, would maybe charge you a huge fee over someone, doing someone else's hair for maybe like a $20 cut. You might be paying $200 or something.
Well, okay, well, let's go with that.
Mhm.
It's not a good practice to charge somebody more because of who they are. However, if you are already a celebrity stylist, chances are you are already charging those prices because of the types of clientele that you have. Or you're charging a fee because this haircut is for a movie or whatever the case may be, as opposed to somebody who walked into Fantastic Sam. Remember Fantastic Sam's or Supercuts? Just got a run of the mill thing, right? So it's different. It's different. And yeah, it is the cost of doing business. But I think my question is, does the cost of doing business need to be so high? Yes, it does if you're paying people industry scale for XYZ. Yes, it does. But I don't
Well,
know. Maybe go ahead.
I think my point is, I think my point was is that being that it's their vendors who are charging them because they are saying, "Hey, we're not doing this for being a network, which is maybe a small network, but we're doing this for a much larger network, and so we're charging these people more money." So it's, again, just their vendors or just the expense of doing business because it's what their vendors are charging them because of, hey, this is going to be a big project.
And I understand what you're saying, but
Mhm.
studios like that are not going with independent people who are also like working corporate job. You understand what I'm saying? There's a different class of people when it comes to services that they're using. So they're not using an editing company that's also, oh, we also edit for the local. So it's different. It's a
Right.
different level altogether.
Yeah, I hear what you're
Yeah.
saying.
Yeah. So I get what you're saying, but it's a different level altogether.
Mhm.
The thing is, they've made the prices of this what it is so high. I'm not necessarily arguing. But then when you have to start cutting things and people and jobs, you then say, okay, well, did this person really need to make 75 million for this?
Mm, right, right,
I'm just saying.
right.
Felicia Batten, hello, how are you? She's watching over on the tubing of you. Welcome. She says one and fire. Derek says, I watched the original Batman with Adam West and the animated series. I love the original too. When I was little, one of my favorites. I told you Spider-Man was my favorite when I was little, didn't I? I think I
Yeah,
did.
Spider-Man was my favorite too.
Yes. And Spider. There was just something about Spider-Man. So I had a Spider-Man T-shirt, and I also had I was Spider-Man for Halloween twice, but I couldn't look at myself in the mirror with the mask because I scared myself because the mask was scary. I could be Spider-Man, I just couldn't look at myself because the mask scared me. And if it was on the floor, I would turn it over because it was frightening. But I love Spider-Man. I think it was just that mask. Okay, so David Bedreco says, I am Batman. Play Prince's version of Batman. Yes, yeah, that video was fire. Remember the bat dance? That was fire. I remember that. So, and Felicia says, greed. That's exactly what it is.
Mm.
That's exactly what it is. Up. There we go. Greed. And D Carpio is here. It says, hello, Tachi and everyone. D, how are you? Welcome. And look who's here. DS. What's up, DS? And he's shouting you out, MC.
Hey, what's up, DS?
And David Benjamin Ells, I would hope you had never been to Fantastic Sam's because back in the day, they didn't know how to cut ethnic hair. So you would have ended up butchered if you had gone to Fantastic Sam's. That would not have been good. So I'm glad you never did. And Felicia says this: very few CEOs will take a cut to help reduce layoffs. Absolutely, absolutely. Again, I'm not going to tell people how to live or what they should do, but when you live a certain lifestyle, you almost can't take a pay cut because you've bought the yacht and all this stuff. You could say sell it, but okay, whatever. You all do what you like. Yes, you could look. The Spider-Man mask used to, and I couldn't look at myself in the mirror. So if I went past it, I would go like this. But I love the Spider-Man, and I was Spider-Man for Halloween twice. But that mask used to scare me. Mm. Anyway, let's see. So Derek says this, and he's in the industry because he's an actor. He said some of these productions override budgets for things that could happen. Yes, Absolutely. You are supposed to, that's what the line producer does, right? You are supposed to anticipate this could happen. So I'm going to put this in the thing. And it's not, there's some though people line producers think that over pad things. And so you end up with astronomical, but then there are some that are like, we have to account for if this happens or incident. Absolutely, absolutely. But when we look at once a production is done, right? And then we're looking at sales. So if you've spent 200, and I'm only going to spend this little bit of time on it. If you've already spent 200 million on production and you only gross like 35 the first weekend, you're already at a deficit. And so it behooves you to see, okay, how can I cut do we have to have 10 explosions? Do we have to do this? Do we have to do
Right,
that?
right.
And again, I'm coming at it as an independent filmmaker where, when you first learn to do film, you learn to do things on the cheap. It's, yes, effects are great. Yes, having named actors is great, or known actors is great, but I'm about story. And I think that we underestimate audiences when we think that all of that stuff supersedes things. Yeah, they'll go see a named actor or known actor, but they also care about the story. Raise your hand if you saw Everything Everywhere All at Once. Is that the name of the movie? Or Everything Everywhere NAACP, whatever the name of the movie is. If you saw it, that's what Jamie Lee Curtis won the Oscar for over Angela Bassett. So if you saw that, raise your hand. Apparently, it was a really great story, right? I think audience go for story. Also, Terry is here. What's up, Terry? Welcome. Thank you. And so the Queen of Food Truckery is going to a PTA meeting. So the assistants will take care of everyone on the food truck. So go ahead and get your stuff while Sarita is here, if you would like. Derek says, fantastic Sam's or supercuts were not for ethnic hair. They were not for ethnic hair, and I don't mind saying it. If
Not
you
at all.
went there because you had no other choice, I'm sorry. Better shave your head. I'm just saying.
Right.
Better to shave your head or get some students to do your hair because it was not going to be good. So DS Elliott says, perhaps off topic, but I'm curious how much longer before coaxial cable is no more. It's all digital like YouTube TV, etc. Good question. Good question. So I'll answer that for you as best as I can. So for those of you who don't know, coaxial cable is basically like your old school cable, right? That plugs into the back of the TV. That's coaxial cable that has a bunch of small wires inside to carry signals to your TV. Coaxial cable, here's the thing. I think it'll be a while because that's an infrastructure thing. To switch over to new systems, to digital, etc., costs money. And frankly, people don't want to spend money. There's a new broadcast standard that 3.0. We're still not doing that fully. Some are broadcasting, but you can, if you look up ATSC 3.0, it's only very few that are broadcasting in that because the infrastructure to switch over costs money. So I'll say the same thing to coaxial cable. It costs money to switch over to a new system. So we're going to have it for a little while longer, DS, in my opinion. All right. And Terry Nixon says, we got you, Serena, the food truck. And David says this, I've seen it. I'll still say Angela was robbed, and I digress. All right. So how many of you feel that Angela keeps wanting to say Angela Davis? Angela Bassett was robbed of the Oscar. Let me know. Did you watch the Oscars, MC?
No.
Yeah, don't feel bad. It was, according to a lot of accounts, I did the highlights, right? I watched moments, I watched highlights, because I was not, as they like to say in Florida, finna sit there and watch the entire show. I heard it was, obviously ratings are down for award shows just because, and especially for the Oscars. If I'm going to sit and watch an award show, it's not going to be one where I'm watching movie clips and that. No. Give me the Tonys where I'm going to get a performance. Give me the Grammys or the American Music Award where I know there are going to be performances. And even then, really, I could leave everything, but the Tonys has to stay. I need to watch the Tonys because I know I'm going to get some grand, fantabulous performance. So you may not, but how many of you say that Auntie Angela Bassett was robbed of the Oscar? Terry says she was robbed.
So do you think it was
Oh,
politics as usual?
Academy politics as usual? Probably, but we also have to look at the makeup of the Academy and who gets to vote. Derek, you probably have a good handle on this as well. So it's not like we can vote, right? Not everybody gets a chance to vote. So it also depends on the diversity of the board. And I don't just mean ethnic diversity. I mean diversity of thought when it comes to those types of things. Was
Interesting.
also so it depends on the diversity of thought, the diversity of what it looks like, what the Academy looks like, because those are the people that are voting, the Academy members. There was also talk of the fact that because it was a superhero movie, that it was a hard sell for to win anyway, because of the fact that superhero movies just generally don't win in that category for the Oscars. What do you think?
Well, isn't it more so about the acting rather than the category of the movie? Or am
You
I
would think,
just
yes. Yes, it definitely, but definitely. And I honestly would put Black Panther and Wakanda Forever in a different category. They are superhero movies, but there is a story behind, if that makes any sense. There is a story behind it that that really warrants looking at it differently, in my opinion. When you look at things like Ant-Man, you look at what you already know. All right, there's a villain. They're going to save the city from the villain or something, so it usually superhero stories follow the same. And not that there was a villain in this too, right? Definitely. But I think that's why, because they're very formulaic and sometimes there happens not to be very much depth. I I don't know.
so
Sometimes
essentially
people don't even watch the movies. I'm just saying. Go ahead.
you're saying it was the theme itself of Black Panther. Is that what you're saying? It was so much the theme of the movie?
No, what I'm saying is that sometimes Academy members don't watch the film. I'm not saying that they didn't, but sometimes there may be the propensity to say, "Oh, well, it's a superhero movie." So usually
Mhm.
they go for best actor, best actress. They go for the quote critically acclaimed movies when it comes sometimes. Although La La Land, anyway. So I don't know. I did not see the other movie to be able to make a good assessment of whether or not she was robbed. So I can't say she was robbed because I did not see that with the other movie to make a good assessment. So I'll
Well,
withhold my judgment as to whether or not. Go ahead.
it was a while ago. I thought maybe I'm on a different planet, but I thought they diversified I guess the board of
Yes.
the
Yes, it
selection.
did. Yes, they
So
did. But that doesn't see simply because you look different doesn't mean you think differently. Do you understand what I'm trying to
yeah,
say?
yeah, absolutely. I hear you. I hear you.
So if you could get you could get the rainbow of coalition of people, if they still think with the old mindset, it doesn't matter. So it's more than that's why it's more than just ethnic diversity. That's helpful, but it also has to be a diversity of thought, because who cares if you get a whole bunch of people that just think the same way? They
Well,
did do a whole lot of diversifying, but
they essentially just wasted our time then.
they always waste our time. What's new?
Okay, so we got the problem solved now.
Problem solved. David Benjamin Echo says this: Yes, Academy, no disrespect to Jamie, but it's her name. Jamie has come in come Halloween Part 5,000. Angela has done other movies, and she got a Marvel Comics nomination. Come on. Yeah, and that this is the first nomination for a Marvel comic. So that's huge. And yes, you're right. Jamie Lee Curtis, to me, and I haven't seen everything she's done, but to me, this is really like the first quote critically acclaimed thing. She did Halloween. She did a bunch of. Remember there was a horrible movie that was about a town where they made Yugos, so everybody drove a Yugo. It was terrible. She was in
No,
it.
never heard of that.
It was terrible. Nev Campbell was in it. It was terrible. No, let me say it the way they do in DC, Maryland, Virginia. Terrible. It was terrible. Felicia says this sort of. They are both legends. I think it was more sentimental. Very true. Derek says this. I think they were putting Black on punishment from the shenanigans of last year. The slap? Really? We were shut out. The Woman King was nominated for a SAG, but not an Oscar. Now, I think that purely has to do with story. The story is important to us and it's important to know, but if it's a historical thing, because look at Amistad was excellent too. Did it get nominated? So when it has to do with certain things, you're not going to see those types of nominations. Just saying. So I wasn't expecting Woman King to get nominated for an Oscar at all. As much as you loved it, MC, right?
I did. I actually love the movie, but I'm still thinking with all of what you shared with us, it seems like there's a recurring theme, and that recurring theme is that it is the theme of the different movies that are out there. They just don't fit into that that thinking, I guess.
Yeah, you're right. There is a theme. Generally, superhero movies do not win. They don't get nominated, let alone win Oscars, right? And that's because they often tend to be formulaic, and they're great action films, but are they critical successes? Most are not. Most are good. You're like, oh, that was a great movie, but not like that made me think. No, not most of them. So that's generally why you don't see that. Felicia says this good point. The Marvel factor may have gotten her. For a long time, actors were angry that superhero tales were getting the budgets and roles. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And superhero movies do tend to have larger budgets as well. You're absolutely right. That doesn't always translate to good. So large budget. Because I've known people who have squandered, filmmakers and directors who have squandered millions. I'm like, this was the best you could do with the 75 million we gave you. I'm
Right,
like, you
right.
could have given that to me. I would have made 17 movies. Why 17? I don't know. I just picked that number. Folks, if you're just joining us, welcome to the fold. We are at 7:06. We're a little bit over today because we started late. We're just about 10 minutes shy of ending. But welcome to the fold. You are watching MediaScope, all things media tech and pop culture. We're here every Wednesday at 6-ish. This is season 8, episode 2. So you are joining us for episode 2 of the 8th season of this. We are on Facebook. We are on Instagram. We are on YouTube, also on Twitch and Gospel 107.1 FM in Nassau, Bahamas, and the rest of the Caribbean. Blessings to you all. My name is Tachi, media professor, filmmaker, media content producer, also journalist. I am loving being back on with my co-host that you don't see, MC Curtis. What's up, Curtis?
Hey, everybody. What's happening?
Seems to be less latency between us now.
A little bit.
Okay, thank you. Anyway, here we go. All right, so we're going to keep going because we just have a little bit of time left, and we did start late. We apologize for that. That was 3. Could I have photo 4, please? All right, let's talk cinema. Since we're talking about movies, the Cinema Foundation is predicting a box office surge in 2023 thanks to 50% increase in wide releases. Oh, well, imagine that. So, a new report from this nonprofit group says that the average box office total per film is back to 2019 levels, but not the number of films released. This actually came out last Thursday, and Cinema Foundation is a nonprofit trade organization, and they actually laid out a case for an optimistic outlook for the future of movie theaters and cinema if they could. Let me just keep going. Let me be quiet and keep going. So, the report, if you are interested in the report, I want you to go to thewrap.com and look up. The name of this article is The Cinema Foundation Predicts Box Office Surge. If you type that into Google, it will come up. And in the article, you can click and view the entire report if you are a numbers nerd like I am. I find this fascinating. So, the report shows that the average domestic box office total of released in 2022 climbed to 91.7 million, slightly above the 90.2 million average recorded in 2019. Not bad. All right, so there's some optimism there, even though we're seeing AMC, Cinemark, and everybody and Regal cry the blues. There's some optimism. So we will see what happens with that. Who has been back to the movies? I'm sure a lot of you have, but I haven't been back to a theater yet. I have been to a dance show. So I've gone to a theater with a dance show, but there's a lot more space not an auditorium, but in a theater of that size than a movie theater. So I felt comfortable going with a mask to watch one of my favorite dance groups, Rum K. Brown and Evidence. But have you been? I know you have, MC, but have you been back to a movie theater? Let me know. Yes, season 8. It is a number of new beginnings. That's right. Thank you. Absolutely. So it is season 8 already. Oh, look who's here. The assistant queen of food truckery. That would be Terry Johnson. She said, better late than never. Oh, there's no such thing as late on MediaScope. Don't worry. So Derek says, I have yet to go back to the theater since the pandemic started. Terry Nixon has not been back to the movies yet either. Have you, MC? You did. You have. You said you did.
Yeah, I have. Just once.
You saw Woman King.
I did.
Just once. Did you eat your popcorn and milk? Is it Milk Duds or popcorn and raisinets?
Milk. No, the Raisinets. Popcorn. It is.
Popcorn and raisinets. Oh dear. Wow. So I know that's your thing. I know what to get you for Christmas.
I need to do a course or class on that, on how to consume
how to have the perfect
popcorn.
ratio of popcorn to raisinets.
Absolutely. I like that. I like that title.
Okay. Have it. You're welcome. Anyway, Eric says he's been to screenings, but not a regular movie. Okay, all right. And Terry says, not me. The last movie I saw in person was Sonic the Hedgehog. Sheesh. Wow. All right. So everybody's like me. I'm still not comfortable because people are so lax. They stop washing their hands probably 2 weeks after all this happened. So I'm not really trusting of movie theaters, knowing what I know. Yeah. No. So, but I did go to a theater to see a dance show. I will say that. And David said, I saw Aretha at the beautiful AMC Georgetown in Washington, D.C. Oh, wow. Okay. Wow. Well, I hope they cleaned the beautiful Georgetown AMC well enough for you. Apparently they did. So here we go. All right. So let's keep going. That's what's happening with cinema. Let's talk about Black Panther a little bit. Could I have the next photo, please? So Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, topped February disc sales. I said I was shooketh. No, the Black Panther. The Black Panther movie. Do you see it?
Oh.
You sure?
Hang tight.
It's
Keep
photo
talking.
5.
Yeah, keep talking. Hang tight.
It's photo 5.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll hang tight. Take down the red box one, please. All right, because that's photo 6. All right, so let's talk about this as MC Curtis tries to rectify this situation. Anyway, so they topped February disc sales. I said I was shooketh because I didn't know people were actually still buying DVDs. I did not know this. So they were number one. They were number one on the top 10 list of physical media sales for February 2023, according to Circana's video scan tracking service. And what they do is they compile DVD and Blu ray transactions. It was a top selling title on the weekly charts in the first 3 weeks after its February 7th release on disc. I guess, and I said this on Instagram, that people really want to. It's a different type of movie, right? It is a phenomenon. So people want to have a physical copy of that, I guess, and not just stream. I'm fine streaming. I don't have to own the physical copy. I don't need more stuff around. But I can see that it's something, hold on. Maybe you could take it and get it signed somewhere.
Yeah, I just watched it again myself, Black Panther, the first one.
Oh, yeah, me too. It came
Yeah, I
on
just
TV
watched
the
it.
other day.
Mhm.
Is that where you watched it?
What?
Yeah, I did too. And I was
On
like,
Disney.
oh no, it came on. I don't know. Was it FX? I don't know what it came on, but it was on TV and I watched it. And I had not watched it since. I don't think I've watched it at all since I saw it 3 times when it came out. One on IMAX, one on regular theater, and then one in 3D. So I've seen it 3 times. But I didn't see it again until, was it last week it came on? Like, this is really a good movie. I really enjoyed it.
It is.
Absolutely. So Terry said my last in-house movie was February 2020. Wow. And mine was probably 2019, to be honest. Because I was too lazy even before the pandemic to go. So I think mine was 2019. All right. Light is shifting. Excuse me. Please forgive. It's still in upstate New York, guys. So everything is different here, lighting wise, etc. for me. So yeah, forgive me. All right. So that is that. Let me tell you what the top 2023 February 2023 DVDs were. Black Panther was number 1. Black Adam was number 2. If Black Panther was number 3, that would be perfect. But no, it's not. And there's not a Black Panther movie, it's to my knowledge. Top Gun Maverick was number 3. Violent Night, number 4. The Fablemans, what? Number 5. Top Gun was number 6. Elvis was number 7. E.T., The Extraterrestrial, was number 8. Ted and Ted 2 were number 9. And number 10 was Paw Patrol, Sea Patrol. And Black Panther was Wakanda Will Forever was number 2 on the year-to-date top 10. All right. Well, good for you, Black Panther. Let's go to photo 6 now, please. Let's talk a little bit about Redbox. We only have a little bit of time left, and I want to get some tech news into you. All right, so Redbox is expecting a boost in business thanks to robust theatrical sales. Slate, a robust theatrical slate. So Chicken Soup for the Soul Entertainment, you remember I talked about last year, they bought Redbox. They are hoping that a revitalized slate of movies and these strong theatrical features will boost the business as its Redbox subsidiary. So the company says more than 40 titles are expected to be available this year and early next year on DVD, Blu-ray disc. In the approximately 34,000 Redbox, I didn't even know there were that many Redbox kiosks.
Yeah, I didn't even know they were still around.
Yeah, I thought that when they, Chicken Soup for the Soul bought them, I thought they were going to either consolidate or liquidate and really focus on streaming. I guess not. I guess somebody is still doing this. I don't know that that's still a good business move, but whatever.
Yeah,
So anyway,
I wonder if that shot is staged right there over your shoulder. If that's like a stage shot.
It looks so staged. It looks like
doesn't it?
they should in the bottom. It should be played by an actor. That's what it needs to, because
Right.
that looks super staged. Because who goes to the grocery store? Her hair is too perfect.
She's got her wine.
And look how things are placed in the. Nobody places stuff in their basket like that. This is so staged. But anyway, this is so staged. Terry asked, did we talk about the Oscars? You saw that RRR movie, and it is something. Okay, we were just talking about the fact that movie with Jamie Lee Curtis. I heard that it is a really good movie. I have not seen it myself. With regard to Angela Bassett being robbed, I can't make an assessment because I have not seen the other movie to know what the quality of the acting is. So I'm like, I'll withhold judgment. Of course, I want to say, yes, she was robbed, but I'm like, you know what? On second thought, I don't know that she was, because I haven't seen the other movie. So, greetings to Dr. Vi, who hosts Epic Conversations almost every day, but he does this wonderful morning show on Monday and Fridays at 9 a.m. Eastern Time called The Morning Vibe. Make sure you are following him. Hello. Oh, wait, no, not that one. The one that won for Best Song. Oh, okay. What won for Best Song? Please do tell me, because I don't know. The hair is too perfect. It is. It's too hairsprayed. Nobody's hair. You're just going to Redbox to get a movie and
I
pick
know,
up a
right?
few things. Look at it. And look at the makeup she has on. It's not overly done, but you can tell it. Come on. This is too much. Anyway, she went to the local Piggly Wiggly to pick up her thing. Anyway, all right. The movie is called RRR. It's on Netflix. It's over 3 hours. Well, if it's over 3 hours, I may not be one. But is it good? If it's good, I could do it. Yeah. But a 3-hour movie, it's got to be really good for me to watch it. Or I'll watch it in stages. 3 hours, that's a mini series.
Yeah, that's a long time.
That's a long time. Thanks for the shout out. It's appreciated. Oh, I will always shout you out. She said she had to pause and watch in 2 days. That's what I'm saying. So each act is 1 hour. That's too much. Anyway, but they they won for Best Song. I'm going to check it out because you said so. Assistant Queen of Food Truckery. All right, so that's what's happening over on Redbox. They are expecting a boost in business, and I will be. I'm already surprised, but I will be reporting the numbers when they come out with their numbers after this quarter. All right, let's keep going. I want to, by the way, speaking of Redbox, I just want to let you know that QVC and HSN have launched live stream shopping channel on Redbox's streaming app, Redbox Free Live TV. So Redbox has a streaming app, people, in case you didn't know. What I thought is that they were going to collapse things and focus on streaming, but no, they still have their Redbox boxes. But if you are interested in HSN and QV, those are my guilty pleasures. I don't buy anything from them, but I like to watch for some reason. So I like watching them. So Redbox Free Live TV, you can check that out if you are interested in that. Because I know MC Curtis needs a new pair of boots, so maybe they'll be selling some on HSN or QVC.
I do.
Hopefully, let's pray for gold or maybe a metallic green. That would that metallic green that would fit. Okay.
Jesus, would you please bless me with?
Stop it! Stop it! The
I'm
views
joking.
expressed by MC Curtis are not necessarily the views of MediaScope or subsidiaries. How very dare you, MC? Anyway, can we go to photo 8, please?
Absolutely.
Oh, photo 8. Oh, you are a little too happy for this one, and I really almost tried to find something else, but I'm like, This is the cover, and I'm sure you can guess by this that Playboy is relaunching. They're relaunching their magazine because they are trying to compete with OnlyFans. So they're relaunching as a digital first publication and is revamped. Now, remember, they closed in 2020, stopped printing. I'm like, well, digital would make sense, but that's what it. So the online publication is going to serve as an entry to, quote, Playboy's creator program. So they're having a creator platform, and they're selling as a, quote, elevated, safe, and exclusive, an elevated, safe, and exclusive alternative to OnlyFans. So they're trying to compete with OnlyFans and foot videos and stuff. So
So,
now instead, go ahead.
so Playboy will also do videos as well with the OnlyFans. I mean, competing in that way as
Yes,
well.
they're trying to launch a creator platform that would compete with OnlyFans. Yes. So instead of
Wow.
Playboy bunnies, you would now have Playboy, quote, creators, and they will post content on their pages. But it's not all of it is adult content, right? So they would give subscribers exclusive access to their lives, and they would also grace the magazine's online covers. And this is an example of the magazine's online cover. What you see here, right over here, here. You see it.
Yeah, I see it.
So, yeah, that's what's happening there. In case you didn't know, I'm like, oh, who cares? But it is a media story. It is something. So this is, according to the New York Post, this is the first ever digital cover that they're doing. This is model Amanda Cerny, and she has paid more than $1 million as a Playboy creator using the beta version of the platform called Centerfold.
Wow.
This is interesting. So, if you remember, Centerfold first launched and Cardi B they launched in 2021, and they were Cardi B was like the ambassador spokesperson for it, but $1 million as a creator, that's unheard of. Also sad because
Right.
MediaScope will not make $1 million. Anyway, so that's it. And Derek says, "Ha, good luck with that." Exactly. David said, "Really relaunch Playboy magazine?" Yes. Terry says this: too little, too late. OnlyFans got your spot. Yeah, you know what? And here's the thing: as much as I'm like, who cares? Here's the thing: if you're going to be in that realm and do that, and you have an editor, first of all, the first thing you should have done when you found out, magazine subscriptions across the board are down. Lots of magazines are shuttering, right? So when you knew that was the case, the first thing you should have said was, we need to go digital. We need
Right.
to go metaverse. But they didn't. You're just now coming to it in 2023. OnlyFans, not only do they have that other platform, the OnlyFans platform, but they have OFTV, which is non-adult content. So they already have you. So you can't lean on being a, quote, legacy brand for that. You cannot. Nation of Liberia says, "Did I know Cardi B has a..." No, I didn't. But it makes sense. The thing is, when you are a celebrity, you are also a brand. So that's why they had that, that movie, meal at McDonald's. It's a Cardi B, is it? Yeah, Cardi B and Offset meal,
Yeah,
which
absolutely.
is just the same stuff that McDonald's usually sells. They just package it together. I'm like,
Right.
but you already sell this. Why was this different? It's not at all. Anyway, but smart move for Cardi B, absolutely. Can we take this thing off the screen and go to the next one? This
Looks like the
this
butt. Looks like
image
the butt is
bothers.
stuck or something.
No, it's not stuck. I can unstuck it for you. I'll unstuck it for you. Anyway, folks, we're getting ready to end in just a moment. I do want us to get to some tech news. Could I have the intro for the tech segment, please? All right. In tech, let's talk. There's a lot that we have. So we got to talk about Meta, unfortunately. So could I have photo 9, please? All right. So Meta is doing away with their Reels bonus program. Terry, I'm sure you know about this already. The Reels Play payouts. So it's their bonus program. So if you didn't know, remember MC, I told you I got some money from
You did.
Instagram?
You did.
A Reels bonus, right? So they were like, "Oh, okay, you're eligible for the bonus." I was like, "What? Oh, okay." So I did that, not knowing that my little bonus hopes were now going to be dashed this year, and that's why I never knew that. That was like
Jeez.
that, yeah. So anyway, so they're doing away with the program. They first introduced bonuses back in 2021. I don't even know it was that long. As part of its $1 billion commitment to help creators build sustainable businesses on the platform through 2022. Ah, So through Reels Play, creators would earn monthly bonuses if they uploaded to Instagram's Reels and hit viewership targets. The program has not had the smoothest ride. Creators en masse in 2022 started report that their Reels payouts has suddenly been cut by 70%, while their viewership targets had been raised. So they were getting the viewers, but it got cut. And then a month later, Meta admitted to making some updates and adjusting how payouts are calculated, but it never publicly revealed what the payouts are. So now Meta is told to Filter that it's evolving Reels Play bonuses by no longer giving them. Oh, this is such a slap in the face.
Yeah, that's
So
hilarious.
Meta is going to honor current payouts over the next 30 days. If you are part of the program and you are promised a payout, they will honor it over the next 30 days. So, well, it's going away as we know them. It doesn't mean it won't come back, but the moral of the story is don't rely on a platform to pay you sustainably. Because what I got, I'm thankful for what I got, but it wasn't enough to really do it. It's something, but it wasn't enough to say I'm quitting my job and doing reels full
Right,
time.
right.
So here we go. Hey, Gary is here, and he says greetings from Houston. Hey, how are you, Gary? Thank you so much for being there. And let's see. Oh, it's whipped topping. Wow. Okay. I get. You know what? She likes it. I love it. Good for her. Get into whatever you want.
Whip
So,
topping.
stop it. Honey. Stop it. So anyway, Cardi doesn't even eat that mess. No, I get McDonald's, please. You have to survive, so you can't eat McDonald's if you. That would just make you lethargic and sluggish if you're performing. So that couldn't be your thing. 10-year-olds might be able to get away with it, but not grown people.
Right,
Anyway,
right.
so that's what's happening. Reels bonuses are going away. So if you were planning on funding your trip to the Maldives with it, guess again. That's why, look, and I'll say this again. Mario Armstrong says this all the time. A platform is not, you are not going to be able to make good money from the platform itself. It's brand deals and brand sponsorships that are going to do anything for you. So forget about a platform paying you. enough to do that. Not that if you have enough followers or enough of a following that you can't make some money, but don't look for that to be your entire bread and butter. Just doing that. Let's see. Let's see. All right. Let's do this. Jerry says, doing great at Hobby Airport, headed back to Fort Lauderdale. What's up from Hobby Airport? Yeah, Houston Hobby Airport. That's what it's called. Well, I hope you're having a great time in Houston. Get yourself some popcorn and milk duds. No, popcorn and raisinets on MC Curtis.
Yeah, watch my video.
About pop. Oh my gosh, that's right. Anyway, let's one more, and because we are 15 minutes over now, I just wanted to make sure I got everything in. One more, and then we are going to hit it, and I'll put the rest of the stories in my story box or whatever it's called. Could I have the next one right after this, please? Which will be photo 10. All right, folks. Is laying off another 10,000 people. In case you didn't know, they are closing 5,000 open roles. Mark Zuckerberg announced that he intends to cut Meta's headcount another 10,000 in a blog post. He said this. He explains how further efficiency work is required to improve our financial performance in a difficult environment so we can execute our long-term vision, which is, I just need to know what your long-term vision is, Master of None. Please tell me. All right. So the main goal, according to PC Mag, is to carry out what looks to be a major restructuring of the company, and it will flatten the organization, remove multiple layers of management in the process as well. So it means that a lot of jobs are set to disappear, just like they did during the first round of job cuts. So if Facebook is your is your dream job, maybe not. Maybe Quickie Mart would be a better fit. Go ahead.
They have laid off over 20,000 people.
Mm-hmm. This latest round will be put them at 20,000. Yes.
Yeah. Wow.
Hey Curtis, come wash your hands.
Yeah. Thanks, Curtis. All right, Wonder Whips, how are you? Welcome. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for being here. Let's do this. This is the last one. Tell the CEO I said hello, MC. This is the last story. We are going to let you go because we are way over now, but we really sincerely appreciate all of you being here. Any final words, MC?
No, great show. Great show.
Yeah, okay, and the latency got a little bit better. Yay, fantastic. And hopefully next week it'll be better. I'll still be here next week, so I'll be reporting live from upstate New York. So I'll still be here. But in any case, I thank all of you for watching. Thank you for the comments. I appreciate you. Love you for watching. Bid you adieu. You guys, myself, and all of this news, plus the popcorn and milk duds, raisinets. Let's all exit stage left. I'll see you next week, guys.
Yeah, Close the doors, walk across the corridor. We got something to show you. Media is our repertoire. Fed with this